Normally, when I make one of these videos, I always have a script laid out, and it's usually on a specific subject matter or topic that is poignant for the time. Um, this video, I'm feeling more compelled. I don't know if I'm even going to post it. If I do, hi everyone, I posted it. If I didn't and don't, then maybe it's just for me. But I was compelled today. I woke up and there's been a lot of random things happening in my life that just things are going wrong like constantly. And I don't mean like going wrong, like I mean just things are breaking, like, and so and then I real bad car accident out in front of my apartment building Friday night. Someone definitely died, and I'm just feeling really like disconnected. Even like I drove my bike yesterday to go to a store to buy the parts to fix one of the things that broke. And oh, sorry, we don't have that here. You can order it online. I'm like, what happened? What happened to me being able to just go to a store and buy something that I need, that I don't have to order online from Amazon, that comes in some box that eventually just creates trash and plastic, and I have to wait 5 freaking days, and which means I have to pay for shipping when I already just went to the place. Like, what happened to me being able to just buy the things I need where I need them in my neighborhood? Like, I don't like buying Amazon just because it creates so much freaking trash, and so many people return the stuff and it just becomes junk, which becomes more trash. And so that irritated me. I mean, I found some good in the day, but that absolutely irritated me. So one, I didn't get to come home and fix the item either, so it still doesn't work. And I had to order something online. I had to pay $6 in shipping for something that cost $11. So I mean, it just, this whole industry, that whole industry bothers the hell out of me. um, so on top of that, I was, again, I've had really weird energy. The last night I dreamt that a Chinese spy was after me. Like, I was hiding, like I was like running away, and there was this house that was supposed to be my like safe hold, right? And there was like a secret trap door that I could get out and go someplace. And when I took the trap door, I was like just outside and like in the backyard. And then, okay, I went out the other door, and then I went out for like, and I saw him. I'm like, okay, I have to run the other direction. I ran the other direction. There he was again. It was confusing. And the night before that, it was I'm like at the end of the world and in the Arctic or Antarctic. I'm really not sure. I think it's the Arctic, not Antarctica, because for some reason I feel like Sweden and Finland are around or something like that. And I'm on the ice, and the ice is melting, and we have no place to go. So we like, some of the boats that got frozen in the ice, they come unthawed, and we try to jump on them and get out. And so I'm just constantly having these really like dreams that I have to like get up and check the doors and make sure I'm okay. And I wake up sweating. And so the energy when I woke up today was just, I'm really confused about the direction of my life. Like, I moved back to the US over 2 years ago now. I spent 2 years living in the DC area, or about 2 years living in the DC area. And now I'm in the mountain, mountain time zone. And I I'm this whole, I guess, trial. Like, I left Europe because after I got my graduate degree, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a difference. The best place to do that is in the U.S. I come back to the U.S. I feel like I've tried to reinvent myself like 3 times. I cannot find a job. I am a skilled professional with years of experience in the financial sector, years of experience in the hospitality sector, so customer service, face to face communication. And I now have a graduate's degree, for which I did a sociological background of this, like economics degree. And so research analysis, again, experience in the bank. And I cannot find a job right now. I took a job that I don't know if I'm going to be good at because it is sales based, and I am not good at selling things that people don't want. I'm not trying to persuade anyone to spend money, especially in this tight economic environment, that I feel they don't feel comfortable purchasing. I think that there's too much emphasis in the US on just, money and greed. And it's one of the things I'm really not liking about being back here. And the fact that I don't have the capability, like the opportunities to find a job. I'm wondering, who are these people hiring? And and I guess it's not so much like, if I don't get the job and I'm between a candidate, I'm like, oh well, who did they hire instead of me? That's not where I'm focusing at. I'm like, more, it's like, okay, that means that job's not for me. So there's something else out there. I've got to keep following, my path. But I can tell. I mean, I've got to tell you, I'm really disappointed in the U.S. economy, and I'm really saddened by the prospects out there and what constitutes, a living wage, and what constitutes a job that people can go home and feel comfortable with. Like, they don't have to be like, oh, I changed the world today. I don't think that's the important thing, but at least it provides them a sense of well-being and security and pride. And I would, thinking back to my, finance job, like working in the banking sector, in the finance sector, and you know, I mean, it would get monotonous. Like, you go in and you do your work, and then you come home, but and then you're like, okay, what's challenging me next? Is there going to be a challenge? And which is why eventually I went to get a graduate's degree, because I wanted the next challenge. And I thought that it would be for my betterment financially. Like, I thought investing in my education would provide me, a better outcome um, in the career end. And now, again, I was unemployed for 6 months after moving here from DC. And I was unemployed. I mean, I collected unemployment for 6 months. And now I stopped getting the unemployment, but I was still unemployed. And now I took a sales job where I'm 100% commission. So I have no wages coming in. And I'm like, did I really put all that time and effort and skill in to do this? So I'm really confused about what exactly this, great American idea and this great American economy offers people like me. Like, I don't understand how I'm not qualified for the majority. And again, some of these jobs may not be the right job for me, and that's the other issue. Okay, now I'm like questioning. Okay, if those weren't the right jobs for me, what are the right jobs for me? Where is my position? Where am I going to find my security? Because this cannot be it. And I was walking. So I went and I took a walk today, and there's these really nice, huge homes in my area down the way, and I just wanted someplace quiet, and it's hot out here, so I also wanted someplace shady. And I'm walking through these areas. I'm looking at these homes. I'm like, is this what do these people do for job one? Where do they work? How is it that how this many people have that much money to buy these homes? Now, mind you, not all of them were. There were some vacant homes there as well. So okay, not all people do. But my other thing is I don't want like a big empty home. I mean, I don't know about, like, I don't feel like buying the bigger home is really that a sign of success. I think it's just a sign of spending habits, like your ability to spend. I mean, I don't know. I know some people look at it as an investment. I look at it as a financial suck, but and I'm just like, okay, I don't want that. That is not my version of success. Like, and I don't really want a car. I would much rather have an e-bike. Like, I don't want to drive places. I want somebody to either drive me someplace, or, like, get on a train and go someplace, or enjoy the nice weather and air and nature outside. So I'll ride my bike wherever I have to go. And I love the activity and the exercise. And again, the breeze that goes, you feel the breeze, you smell and hear birds chirping. Like, I want to be able to do that. I want to have the money to have my e-bike so I can do that. And I want to have the money to live comfortably so I can vacation whenever I want to, wherever I want to. I but and so it's like I'm looking at like this version of success that doesn't align with mine. And I don't know what jobs they do. to make the money to pay for a big empty home and a big empty yard that you have to pay somebody else to mow because you're probably too either busy or lazy to do yourself. Um, and the cars. And then I pass by the people who are working the landscaping and, working the plumbing and working at the restaurants. And I'm like, okay, there's no shame in any of that. That's great. I love that they're earning a job doing that. And they probably provide very well for their family, especially if they're in the plumbing sector, but, or, trades business. But I'm like, did I work that hard? Did I invest that much time and money into trying to create a better future for myself to go back and do these other things? Like, what was the point of doing, like, working that hard? And what was the point? I mean, everything's a lesson. There's always a point to everything. I get it. There was a lesson to learn, but the lesson isn't to go backwards. It's to continue moving forward. So if you do this and you work hard and you achieve things, where is the opportunity? And I'm wondering, where is that opportunity now? Who are these people actually hiring qualified people, or are they just hiring the low end spectrum? Like, I don't want the jobs I didn't get hired for. Let me make that clear. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, what is the internal business structure and the HR framework for deciding what designates the criterias to be employable? Because I'm wondering how none of my criterias designate me as being employable. Now, I mean, like I said, I speak two languages. I have a master's degree. I have, years of professional office experience. I have years of professional hospitality and industry experience. I have adaptability skills, soft skills out the wazoo. But there doesn't seem to be a market for these people like me. So, and I don't want to get dragged down into the route that I'm taking this job just because, but I'm deserving of more. I don't want to get away from that. I understand I am deserving of this. And that should be a truth. Like, I don't want to go backwards thinking I'm not deserving or I'll take that because. No, we are all deserving of the things that we've worked hard for. And settling is just a way for the wealthy and the economic to exploit you because you don't deem yourself worth it when you are, and I am. And I am just tired and nervous and all kinds of anxious about what lies ahead of me because I thought I was doing all the right things to provide for my future. And I don't know where I'm at right now. I don't know where I'm going. I know that I have just finished the final draft of my first book that I'm going to publish, which I'm externally excited about and I feel very thrilled about. And this is the thing that I was sitting there in the like something Cherry Creek North, I don't know. And I'm looking all around me. I'm watching the people pass by me, and I'm, picking up on the energies. I'm feeling people, and that's where I'm so confused. And I mean, please share your stories with me if you read this. I'm so confused because I am so proud of myself also for writing this book. Because I've been like, I'd started numerous books and I have scripts for TV shows and treatments for movies that I've started writing and books I've started writing before, but I've never finished them because I didn't know the voice and the tone and how I wanted to do this. And, it all goes back to, write what you know, write what you know, whatever. And I know a lot of different things. And I finally, when I sat down, I got here, I got into my new apartment. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an idea for a book. And oh my gosh, it's a good idea. And oh my gosh, I could do this. And so I did it. So I'm so excited about that. But then on the other hand, I have no like job security and job prospects. Like, I'm doing the writing because that's like my outlet. I am a writer. Any of my friends know I write letters. I still write letters. I write letters to them, and they're beautiful letters. They always enjoy them, and they always compliment me on how well I write. And I've read parts of passages of my books and some of my poems, and I even moved to Europe to be a writer originally. And like I always wanted to do this in my creative path. It's how I express. I mean, along with communicating with things through these mediums. But at the same time, it's like, and I'm doing this because I love it. I have to. It is part of like, you got to get it out. You've got to be who you are. You've got to show your colors. You've got to wear your feathers, right? Um, and then I'm gonna have another one that I'm gonna publish too. Now I don't know how these are. I'm sorry, I don't know how these books are gonna do. I'm just excited that I finished it and that I'm gonna actually publish it and I'm gonna copyright it. And it's like start to conclusion that feels great. And then I turn around, I look in the other side of the mirror or look through the window or see my reflection, and I still have this other worry. This, but what about a job? Now I'd love to make enough money writing, and I hope anybody who sees this supports me at some point in time. But what about a job? How am I going to make that income? Like, wait, I studied to do all these things. Where are the jobs? Why am I not getting callbacks? Why? I mean, I get more spam. It's not spam because no, it's scam. It's scam, not spam. Mind. I mean, so I mean, I had to vent today. I hope I share this. I don't know which channel I'm going to share it on. Maybe both. But I if please I mean I would love to hear if whoever sees other people's stories and how they're feeling about the economic situation in the job sector, and either maybe how to navigate it if they're successful in navigating it. I would love tips. I would love to know how you did it. um, but I'm confused right now. Like I know that the job that I have right now, it is a sales job and there's lots of potential there. And the hardest part is getting through the first 3 months. It's extremely difficult, and it's hard staying motivated when I'm such an empath as it is. So energy collection, I get anxious just thinking about starting the work. So it's not good. I want to stick with it. I want to make some money. I want to help some people. But again, you know, how? How is this? And then it's also I didn't go to almost anyone can do this job. It's like what did I spend all those years studying for? And I know most of it is experience, and because I can be proud of myself in the end, like regardless, I don't need anyone else's approval. I did it, I completed it, and I am proud of myself for doing it. And that's the first and most important person that you need that confidence from, that reinforcement from, that um, what do you call it when you are confident? Yeah, your confidence. You need that to build your confidence yourself. That's who you need to speak with the most about how special you are and how strong you are and everything you've done. All the external stuff can come from that. It's just supporting characters, right? You are the main character of your story. So, I made my way back. I got a hold of my dad, and it's hot out here, and I'm walking back, and yeah, you see this girl midday getting out of the gym, walking up to Mercedes. I'm like, what does she do for a living? What does she do? You know, like, are some of these people just married into it? Like, what do these people do? Are they programmers? I don't know. I I would like to know where there's an opportunity for someone with as much experience, skill, and education as myself to work a job where they earn enough money to just be happy and enjoy their free time. Because I'm not getting sucked into that American, you gotta work 40 hours. No, you don't. No, you don't. You shouldn't. I'm working to live my life. I'm not living to work. Okay. And we all deserve to enjoy our time more than our company's time. Because, yeah, I can tell you one thing, you care more about yourself than your company cares about you. And then you should take that to heed. So I walked home. I got my dad's advice. I'm going to try and stick it out. I'm going to try and propose a work plan with them that coordinates and collaborates with the things that I'm also trying to do personally by creating my own brand. Because, again, trying to do all of them at once and none of them paying pretty much is just getting exhausting. So putting focus on one of at least 1 to 2 out of the 3, um, and Let's see. What does Spirit say about that? I know some of you may not be here for that kind of message. I mean, I got the Page of Swords earlier when I was talking, so maybe I'll put the Page of Swords back in. And let's see, Spirit says so. A new time schedule, like, because I mean, I can do well at this job, and I know I can help some people. Like I said, it's just making it through this initial 3 months is just so hard. And maybe Spirit doesn't want to say anything to me. Maybe it shouldn't say anything to me. But walking home, I didn't feel more reassured, and I still feel a little anxious, which is why obviously I made this video. I felt compelled to make this video. Is that I still wasn't like the conversation wasn't resolute enough, and I'm happy that I have my family here to help support me. So I'm not going to completely starve to death. But there's going to be a time when I need to actually start making more than a couple hundred a week. Okay, so no, this was the one that came out, but these are the ones that came out heads up. So Six of Wands, and was it the Nine of Cups? These are two very auspicious cards. The one that originally came out, that came out face down, like this, was the Five of Swords. So again, something's not right. But at the end of the road, there's success and beauty and completion. I don't know if any of you want to give me advice. For anyone who sees this, I'd love some. I wish you all a beautiful and prosperous day. Thank you for any of you who stopped by to say hi